Pakistan has long been saying that it is supporting the NATO mission in Afghanistan. But there was some criticism. They suggested that Pakistan is not doing enough to support NATO mission. International security forces has long been targeted by some insurgents who are coming from Pakistan. And my question is that, is NATO considering some kind of military action against the insurgents in tribal areas of Pakistan or not?
First of all, I would like to stress that we operate within a United Nations mandate that covers Afghanistan and Afghanistan only. So NATO and ISAF operate only in Afghanistan. When it comes to our relationship with Pakistan, my main point is to stress that we need a positive engagement of Pakistan if we are to ensure long-term peace and stability, not only in Afghanistan, but in the region as such. So we want a strong and positive cooperation and relationship with Pakistan. Having said that, we have two problems in our relationship with Pakistan. The first is a very immediate challenge to see the transit routes through Pakistan reopened. It is, of course, an essential element in our operation in Afghanistan that we can cooperate with Pakistan when it comes to transit. So we hope to see these transit routes reopened as soon as possible. That's one thing. And the other problem is that it is a fact that terrorists operating in Afghanistan, terrorists attacking Afghan people and our troops, do have safe havens in Pakistan. And that's why we urge Pakistan to step up efforts in the fight against these terrorists that operate from tribal areas in safe havens in Pakistan. And I do believe that it is in the self-interest of Pakistan as well to ensure long-term peace and stability in the region by fighting these terrorist groups and extremists.
DPA.
Thank you. Alvise Armelini from German press agency DPA. Foreign Minister Lavrov just previously told us, that he thinks that Russia and China think that setting artificial dates for a withdrawal from Afghanistan is a wrong strategy. So he seemed to suggest that NATO should stay even longer than 2014. And something else he said regarding your invitation for Russia to participate at the meeting on Afghanistan in Chicago. He said that before replying to this offer, Russia would like to be invited permanently to ISAF meetings. Is there any chance of that happening? Thank you.
On the latter, we have invited Russia to participate in Chicago because we would like to include Russia and, by the way, a number of Central Asian countries in our deliberations when it comes to the future development in Afghanistan. We do believe that it is in the interest of Russia and countries in the region to participate in that discussion. We have not made any decision as regards more permanent arrangements, but let me inform you that actually Russia has a very privileged partnership with NATO and an excellent basis for discussing and consulting with NATO when it comes to our operation in Afghanistan. No other partner has a special counsel as Russia does. Within the framework of the NATO-Russia Council, we can consult on everything, and we have even established a special committee to deal with Afghanistan. So Russia has a very privileged access to discuss with NATO in a direct dialogue all issues of interest when it comes to Afghanistan. So we are engaged in a dialogue with Russia on actually a permanent dialogue with Russia when it comes to Afghanistan. Now, your first question. We have not set any artificial deadline or timeline. The timeline we have outlined has been carefully prepared and agreed with our Afghan partners. Actually, it was President Karzai himself who outlined a roadmap leading to a gradual transition of lead responsibility for the security to the Afghan security forces to be completed by the end of 2014. It's definitely not artificial. It has been carefully examined, it's been carefully discussed with our Afghan partners and agreed. But having said that, I fully agree that we shouldn't abandon Afghanistan and just leave behind a possible security vacuum. On the contrary, we have a common interest in leaving behind a strong Afghan security force that can guarantee peace and stability and security in Afghanistan also beyond 2014. And this is the reason why we appeal to the whole international community to contribute to financing a strong Afghan security force after 2014. It's not just a responsibility for NATO or ISAF. We would highly appreciate contributions from Russia, from China, from other international partners that are stakeholders in what is going on in Afghanistan and in the region. So I think that's the best response to that statement, that we would welcome financial contributions from Russia, China and other countries to ensure strong, sustainable Afghan security force beyond 2014.
Thank you very much. That's all we have time for. Thank you very much for your hard work during the Jumbo, and hope to see you at the Chicago Summit. Thank you.